So you moved to San Francisco. Did you continue to get in trouble at all?
Nah, cause my uncle was like, I guess you want some money, little nigga. So I'm gonna pay you to work in my bar. So I worked in his bar for a while, and cleaned up and the bathrooms and stuff, and and he was like paying me a lot of money at that age. Like that was cool. My
Okay.
uncle, and good looking. He rest in peace right now. Is my Uncle Luther.
Yeah. So, at what age did you actually start rapping and start really starting to take it seriously?
I think I started. I started actually writing when I heard 6 in the morning.
Ice-T.
Yeah, I was maybe 16, and I was at the dope. I was on the dope track at the house at the trap, in the trap, selling my dope or whatever and shit, and motherfuckers say, Elroy, they rolling. I heard them, and I'm like, oh shit. So I literally ran across the bathroom floor with my fresh new Adidas and hopped out the back window, and shook the police, And the next morning I heard 6 in the morning police at my door, fresh Adidas squeaking across the bathroom floor, and I was like, damn, you mean I could write about that shit I did last night and get paid for it? Like, so.
Okay, so I mean, if that's at 16, you say you moved in with your uncle, so you started slanging dope at what point?
Well, he moved me back. I went back to my mom.
Okay, and that's when all that started.
Yeah, I went back out there, and they just handed me the sack, and I went to the spot and started getting it in or whatever.
This was crack?
Yeah, definitely.
Right, because this was the late 80s?
86, 87.
That was the crack era.
Yeah, that's when it was cracking.
That's when it was cracking, right. That's when you actually saw, like the crack millionaires, and like that's when people were really making a lot of money before the government really figured out what was going on.
That's when we had, Freeway Rick, Felix Mitchell, and in my area, it was Felix Mitchell with 69th Village and the 6ix9ine boys. They was
Lil D came after that?
Yeah, well, that's Felix's nephew.
Right.
So, and Lil D, was cool talking to him. I actually talked to him when he was locked up, and he gave me some real good advice. He just said, keep doing your music, man. Don't worry about nothing nobody say about you. Don't be out here flipping out in these streets. He taught me some real good shit, man. To be, if he would have said, man, fuck them niggas, go smash them, I would have did that. But he told me something smart and I'm glad he told me that shit, man.
Well, I mean, Felix Mitchell and Lil D were literally moving millions of dollars of cocaine through the Bay. So, and he got, 30 years or something? I mean, he got out recently. We actually talked, a few months ago.
Yeah,
but,
I was happy to see him, man. Gave him a big hug. We did a show out in East Oakland at the pier, and it was cracking, man. We had fun.
So how heavily did you get into the coke game at that point?
I really didn't. I didn't really get a chance to, sink my teeth into it and touch on no kilos or nothing at that point in time, because by 16, maybe 17 or 16, right in the middle of that era, I was getting in a lot of fights and shit, I got stabbed in my hand, and it was like a lot of talk around it, and I run into Too Short's manager's niece.
Okay.
And she
Too
like,
Short's manager's niece.
Yeah. And she like, I heard about, I heard you be getting down, like, not rapping. She heard I be scrapping, like, and back then I'm with my homies and I'm like, why, you need somebody fucked up? Like, who we gotta, like, where, you good? Like, we gotta fuck somebody up. She was like, nah, not nothing like that. I heard you rap and shit. And I was like, yeah. She's like, well, my uncle is Too Short's manager. I'm gonna tell him to give you a call. His name is Randy Austin. And I said, cool, and I wasn't really tripping. I go home and, Randy calls And my mom was like, you know, somebody named Randy Austin called here and they was looking for you. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And he called back and I pick up the phone and he like, yeah, man, we coming to pick you up from school tomorrow, man. What time you get out? And I'm like, you know, this ain't fucking Too Short, man. Who the fuck is this nigga? You know what I'm saying? Hold on, man. You know, all right, man. You know, whatever. Yeah, okay, cool. I get out at 3, man. And then I hung up and like 10 minutes later, Short calls. And he like, man, yeah, man, we finna come get you from the house, man. You know what I'm saying? What time you get out of school, man? And I'm like, you know, I'm trying to be cool, just as cool as, I'm like, yeah, man, I get out at like 3 o'clock, partner. You know, we having a cool contest and shit.
Because at that point, Too Short had, was Born to Mac.
Yeah, yeah, Born to Mac.
That was a monster.
Yeah, with Freaky Tales and all that
Freaky Tales,
stuff.
Dope Fiend Beat.
Yep, Dope Fiend Beat, yeah.
My favorite Too Short song to this day.